Chapter 2. Sources of Corporate Finance. Question 1. A. Select the correct option, and rewrite the sentences. 1. Dash is the smallest unit in the total share capital of the company. The options are A. Debenture, B. Bonds, C. Share. And the correct option is C. Share. 2. The benefit of depository receipt is ability to raise capital in dash market. The options are A. National, B. Local, C. International. And the correct option is C. International. 3. Dash are residual claimants against the income or assets of the company. The options are A. Bondholders, B. Depositors, C. Equity shareholders. And the correct option is C. Equity shareholders. 4. Dash participate in the management of their company. The options are A. Preference shareholders, B. Depositors, C. Equity shareholders. And the correct option is C. Equity shareholders. 5. Dash shares are issued free of cost to existing equity shareholders. The options are A. Bonus, B. Right, C. Equity. And the correct option is A. Bonus. 6. The holder of preference shares has right to receive dash rate of dividend. The options are A. Fixed, B. Fluctuating, C. Lower. And the correct option is A. Fixed. 7. Accumulated dividend is paid to dash preference shares. The options are A. Redeemable, B. Cumulative, C. Convertible. And the correct option is B. Cumulative. 8. The holder of dash preference shares have right to convert their shares into equity shares. The options are A. Cumulative, B. Convertible, C. Redeemable. And the correct option is B. Convertible. 9. Debenture holders are dash of the company. The options are A. Creditors, B. Owners, C. Suppliers. And the correct option is A. Creditors. 10. Dash is paid on borrowed capital. The options are A. Interest, B. Discount, C. Dividend. And the correct option is A. Interest. 11. Debenture holders get fixed rate of dash as return on their investment. The options are A. Interest, B. Dividend, C. Discount. And the correct option is A. Interest. 12. Convertible debentures are converted into dash after a specific period. The options are A. Equity shares, B. Deposits, C. Bonds. And the correct option is A. Equity shares. 13. Retained earnings are dash source of financing. The options are A. Internal, B. External, C. Additional. And the correct option is A. Internal. 14. The holder of bond is dash of the company. The options are A. Secretary, B. Owner, C. Creditor. And the correct option is C. Creditor. 15. Company can accept deposits from public, minimum for dash months. The options are A. 6, B. 9, C. 12. And the correct option is A. 6. 16. Company can accept deposits from public, maximum for dash months. The options are A. 12, B. 24, C. 36. And the correct option is C. 36. 17. A depository receipt, traded in dash, is called American Depository Receipt. The options are A. London, B. Japan, C. USA, and the correct option is C. USA. Question 1, B. Match the pairs. Students are advised to read the question. Answer. A. Equity share capital. 4. Venture capital. B. Debenture trustees. 9. Trust deed. C. Preference shareholders. 10. Cautious investor. D. Debenture certificate. 8. Instrument of debt. E. Bonus shares. 2. Capitalization of profit. Question 1. C. Give one word, or phrase, or term, for the following statements. 1. The real masters of the company. And the answer is equity shareholders. 2. A document of title of ownership of shares. And the answer is share certificate. 3. The holders of these shares are entitled to participate in the surplus profit. And the answer is participating preference shares. 4. A party through whom the company deals with debenture holders. And the answer is debenture trustees. 5. Name the shareholders who participate in the management. And the answer is equity shareholders. 6. The value of share, which is written on the share certificate. And the answer is face value. 7. The value of share, which is determined by demand and supply forces in the share market. And the answer is market value. 8. The policy of using undistributed profit for the business. And the answer is retained earning. 9. It is an acknowledgement of loan issued by company to depositor. And the answer is deposit receipt. 10. A dollar-denominated instrument, traded in USA, and the answer is American Depository Receipt, that is ADR. 11. The depository receipt, traded in country other than USA, and the answer is Global Depository Receipt, that is GDR. 12. Money raised by company from public, for minimum 6 months, to maximum 36 months. And the answer is public deposits. 13. Credit extended by the suppliers, with an intention to increase their sales. And the answer is trade credit. 14. The credit facility provided to a company having current account with bank. And the answer is overdraft. Question 1, D. State whether the following statements are true or false. 1. Equity share capital is known as venture capital. This statement is true. 2. Equity shareholders enjoy fixed rate of dividend. This statement is false. 3. Equity shareholders are described as shock absorbers when company has financial crisis. This statement is true. 4. Debenture holders have right to vote at general meeting of the company. This statement is false. 5. Bondholders are owners of the company. This statement is false. 6. Depository bank stores the shares on behalf of GDR holder. This statement is true. 7. Financial institutions underwrite the issue of securities. This statement is true. 8. Cash credit is given against hypothecation of goods or any security. This statement is true. 9. Trade credit is major source of long-term finance. This statement is false. Question 1. E. Find the odd one. Debenture, public deposit, retained earnings, and the odd one is retained earnings. Face value, market value, redemption value, and the odd one is redemption value. Share certificate, debenture certificate, ADR, and the odd one is ADR. Trade credit, overdraft, cash credit, and the odd one is trade credit. Question 1. F. Complete the sentences. 1. The finance needed by business organization is termed as dash. And the answer is capital. 2. The convertible preference shareholders have a right to convert their shares into dash. And the answer is equity shares. 3. Equity shareholders elect their representatives, called dash. And the answer is directors. 4. Bonus shares are issued as gift to dash. And the answer is equity shareholders. 5. The bondholders are dash of the company. And the answer is creditors. 6. Depository receipt, traded in a country other than USA, is called dash. And the answer is global depository receipt. 7. First industrial policy was declared in the year dash. And the answer is 1948. 8. When goods are delivered by supplier to customer on basis of deferred payment, it is called as dash. And the answer is trade credit. Question 1. G. Select the correct option from the bracket. Fluctuating rate of dividend, preference shares, interest at fixed rate, retained earnings, short-term loan. A. Equity shares. The correct option is fluctuating rate of dividend. B. Dividend at fixed rate. The correct option is preference shares. C. Debentures. The correct option is interest at fixed rate. D. Accumulated corporate profit. The correct option is retained earnings. E. Public deposit. The correct option is short-term loan. Question 1. F. Answer in one sentence. 1. What is a share? Answer. When the total share capital of a company is divided into a number of small units of equal parts, each such unit is called a share. 2. What are equity shares? Answer. Equity shares are those shares which do not have any preferential right in regard to payment of dividend and repayment of capital at the time of winding up of the company. 3. What are preference shares? Answer. Preference shares are those shares which enjoy preferential rights as to payment of dividend during the lifetime of company and return of capital in the event of winding up of company. 4. What are retained earnings? Answer. Retained earnings is that portion of a company's net profits which is kept or retained in the business as reserve fund and not distributed to the shareholders as dividend. 5. What is a debenture? Answer. According to Companies Act, 2013, debenture means and includes debenture stock, bonds, and any other instrument of a company, evidencing a debt, whether constituting a charge on the assets of the company or not. 6. What is a bond? Answer. A bond is an interest-bearing certificate issued by the government or business firm, promising to pay the holder a specific sum at a specified date. 7. In which country can a DR be issued? Answer. A DR, that is American Depository Receipt, can be issued only in the United States of America, that is USA. 8. In which country can GDR be issued? Answer. GDR, that is Global Depository Receipt, can be issued in any country other than the United States of America, that is USA. 9. What are convertible debentures? Answer. Convertible debentures are those debentures which are convertible into equity shares after a specific period of time, as per the terms of issue. 10. What are cumulative preference shares? Answer. Cumulative preference shares are those preference shares on which, if dividend is not paid by company for any year or years, it goes on accumulating until it is fully paid. Question 1. I. Correct the underlined word or words and rewrite the following sentences. 1. Own capital is temporary capital. Answer. Own capital is permanent capital. 2. Equity shares get dividend at fixed rate. Answer. Equity shares get dividend at fluctuating rate. 3. Preference shares get dividend at fluctuating rate. Answer. Preference shares get dividend at fixed rate. 4. Retained earnings is an external source of finance. Answer. Retained earnings is an internal source of finance. 5. Debenture holder is owner of the company. Answer. Debenture holder is creditor of the company. 6. Bond is a source of short-term finance. Answer. Bond is a source of long-term finance. 7. Depository receipt traded in USA is called as Global Depository Receipt. Answer. Depository receipt traded in USA is called as American Depository Receipt, ADR.